I was dancing to the dun 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 dun. Yeah. I can't play it on YouTube or it'll get really mad at me. But hey guys, welcome to March Madness. Hi Hamilton Burger. Hi Johnny Recaps. What's up, guys? Okay. Oh no. Hang on. I was dancing to the dun 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was stupid. I had it up on my computer. Okay. Now we're ready. Okay. To Unlimited. What's that? Is that the name of the song? Hamilton Burger, have you gotten your mug yet? First things first. Have to ask you. Have you gotten your mug yet? Merkzilla, what's up? Yay, Dollhouse dinner is here. I'm having a dollhouse dinner. My husband made pizza from scratch. He's been doing that a lot lately, him and Stevie both. People's Driving gives me March Madness too. Okay, well, Hamilton Burger, it should be sometime in the next couple of days. I can check my QR code and track it, but it should be, I really expected it to be there by now. But it is, you will be receiving it. It has been done. And actually, when I went to mail it, the guy working behind the counter started talking to me about his gambling addiction. So I had a really strange interaction with a guy there. He was like, yeah, it's really a problem. He was like, my kids are really mad. I mean, it's their inheritance. I was like, okay. But anyway, by the way, the return address listed on it is not my address. He said I had to put something, so I did. It's not my address. So just so you know. But hey, everybody. Bob Johnson, Merkzilla, Darth Spicy Mayo, the gang's all here. Oh, you're probably correct, Hamilton Burger. It's one of those songs they always play at basketball games and that you never really know the name of. This is the homemade, where's my camera? Homemade pizza. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So I'm going to be probably munching on that. I have to be snacking while I do this stuff. Actually, my good friend, Johnny Recaps and I watched August Underground together. Was it yesterday? Yesterday. And I was snacking on these the whole time. Which, by the way, everybody that was like really wanting me to watch that movie, it's so boring. It's so boring. Like, I get it. Like, oh, it's gross. It's like a 14-year-old boy just thought, what's something even grosser we could do? Oh, throw up on it, poop on it, stuff like that. It's just like, it really didn't bother me like I thought it was going to. Like, I was really expecting everybody was really laying it on thick with how like crazy this movie was. And I was just bored the whole time. But I did have Johnny Recaps there. We hopped on a phone call and started the movie at the same time. And just spent the next hour 10 talking about basically everything but the movie. So we just carried on just a leisurely conversation while people were being horrifically tortured in the background. So that was our vibe yesterday. I'm super excited about what we're doing tonight. I'm just going to kind of go over how it's going to work. Let me get my paper because I'm going to need to be taking notes during this. Oh, RYX1993, thank you for the super chat. Angela, I miss the gang so much. Glad to see you still going. Any chance the Dave and the others will make an appearance on the channel? For sure. I was actually just talking to Dave about, he brought up, he was like, we never did the watch along. I really still want to do that. And I was like, yeah, we'll figure it out. He's going to be in town soon, so maybe he can just come over here and do one. His schedule's so tricky because he's a traveling comedian and stuff, so it's hard. He doesn't really have Friday nights to be able to do it. My daughter took my paper. I'm gonna need that. I'll be right back. right. I'm going to have to take notes through this whole thing. I have no idea how long this will take, but just like it takes how long it takes, I guess, because we have to crown somebody tonight. Okay, so the way it's going to work, it's just like basically a bracket system where, for example, I'm going to give an example that's not actually going to be in the game tonight. But say, for instance, the face-off was Freddy Krueger versus Jason. Classic face-off, right? We've seen it. Who would win in a fight between those two? And we have to take in mind just the killing style, if they have super natural abilities, how brutal they are, the way in which they would kill the opponent, everybody's weaknesses, because those might come into play, you know? And so we'll select a winner from that bracket, move on to another bracket, select a winner there, and then those two will face off. Like the winners of each bracket will face off against each other, so on and so forth, until there's a final bracket and we'll crown somebody tonight. Now, the things I want everybody to keep in mind is we're not talking about like how well written the character is or how beloved the character is. We're simply talking about who would win in a fight between the two. Okay? All right. And I try to be I try to make them pretty evenly matched. You know, I try not to put somebody who has supernatural powers with somebody that doesn't, because obviously, you know, there would be a stomping there. I tried to make them pretty evenly matched, and I hope that you guys, you know, appreciate that. All right, let me look at chat really quick, and then we're going to get started. But chat, I need your help with this. You guys are going to be kind of leading the charge on who's going to win the brackets. Now, I'm going to give my opinion because it's my channel. But if you guys disagree with what I think, we're going to move forward the people that you guys think. You guys are in charge tonight, whether I like it or not. And I might get heated later if you guys are wrong about one of these, but I'm just going to say it now. Like, that is what it is. You guys are in control. So, little Stevie is an inspiring bracketologist. She really is. There's my brackets. And, okay. Jesus always wins. Jesus is not featured tonight. Yeah, Chuck Norris and Xander on Buffy. It's a sad day. Maggot Playground. I love your name. Happy Friday. Nicholas Brendan played Xander. All right. Hi in 9393. Thanks for becoming a member. Hello, everybody. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. I think he would approve of this game. Okay. Yeah, the chat can be called Charles tonight. Sure. I'm never going to remember that. You're going to be called Chat probably. Or you, my goons. You can be my goons. Okay. Let's get started. First face-off. Ooh. First face-off is going to be dun, 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 Chucky versus Leprechaun. Okay? We've got Chucky, the evil possessed doll, the original, okay? Not this like new AI Chucky bullshit. And Leprechaun, okay? Now, both of these do kind of technically have some supernatural quality here. But who would win in a battle of the little killers? So we've got Leprechaun versus Chucky. What do I think? Let's see. Okay. My instinct would be Leprechaun. Because, I mean, I've seen this guy put a pot of gold in a woman's stomach in Las Vegas. Now, Chucky technically has magic. Like, he's it was voodoo, right? He's a serial killer possessing a doll. He has voodoo. So we can take that into account. Okay. Now, Why Duranaram 6380? Why do you say Chucky? I'm gonna start asking some of you guys to like let me know why you're saying who you're saying. A leprechaun has more magic abilities than Chucky. Yes. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of leprechaun here. It seems like it's going to be a leprechaun win. Okay, and I did start this bracket with kind of an easier one. And as it goes on, I think it gets a little trickier. Leprechaun has magic, wish magic. Chucky is just a deranged doll. Okay, but is Leprechaun's magic limited by wishes? Or not? What say you, chat? See, it's not about I just liked his character more. It's about who would win in a fight. And we have to be unbiased about this, okay? Like, there's going to be people on here that I want to win more than others, but would they actually? Okay. Assuming the leprechaun has his gold, would Chucky be able to get to his gold before Leprechaun? I mean, these are just hypothetical questions. I'm going to go ahead and seal it for Leprechaun on the first round just because I've only seen one Chucky. Everybody seems to be in agreement that it's Leprechaun. Leppy wins the first round. Ding, ding. Chucky just has whatever weapons that Chucky would normally have. Ones that were featured in the movies. You know. He doesn't get like a special, like he doesn't have an axe for no reason, you know. He's just Chucky as is, and it's just Leprechaun as is. Leprechaun couldn't even defeat Jennifer Aniston's original nose. Now, that's a good point, Jeremy the Haunted Mind. He got beat by a child. Okay. Leprechaun, Chucky is just a serial killer, and Leprechaun always beats people. Dollhouse dinner is right. Okay. We're sealing it for Leprechaun. Leprechaun wins the first round, okay? He's the winner. He's moving forward. Okay, next fight. Now, this is like a group against a group, okay? We have got the Sawyer family versus the Firefly family. Now, it's an all-out brawl. Everyone involved here, just the Firefly family, just the three are pictured because the picture was gonna get busy otherwise. But it's everybody from House of a Thousand Corpses. All the members of the Firefly family, not just like the members that are left after the movie. It's everybody, the whole family, even if they die in that one. And same with the Sawyer family. So, who would win in a battle between these guys? What do you think? Huh? Texas Chainsaw Fireflies. Okay, so I had a feeling like this one was going to be a little bit more of a debate. And we can talk about why. Okay. So, chat. Let's start giving some reasons why. Like, if you're going to shout out who you think the winner should be, also list a reason. Firefly family for sure, but with a twist, they adopt Leatherface. No. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Devil's Rejects for the win. There's no Leatherface in Rob Zombie's crew. That's correct. Fireflies have guns. Okay. Good point. The Sawyers, they are batshit on another level. Do the Sawyers have guns? I mean, they live in Texas. They must. Firefly family seems way more capable of getting organized and fighting as a team. That's a good point. Maybe a little smarter. I don't know. Yeah, I see what you mean. You know, like House of a Thousand Corpses, that took some work. That took some planning. That took some organization. Sawyer family, kind of gross and just degenerate a little bit. Leatherface gives them extra points, though. I mean, he's really the person that's going to give them the most points, I would think. Tiny smokes Leatherface. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Lance Uppercut. I mean, there's a lot of questionable mental states in both of these. Grandpa ain't doing shit. You're right. We can pretty much count him out. Okay, Chainsaw. The level of crazy, armed, and just that inbred East Texas backwoods blood. Yeah, but inbred East Texas backwoods blood doesn't just mean like you're going to be able to win in a fight. I think my opinion is Firefly family as well, for the reasons that I've already read off. They just seem more capable, more organized, more brutal. Without Leatherface, does the Sawyer family really have an edge? No. Like if you took Leatherface out of the equation, they would get stomped, right? Agatha Crispies. They're just kind of inbred. Leatherface is the best. Firefly family. They aren't strictly impulsive like the Chainsaws. That's true. And impulsivity could get you into a lot of like trouble. No match for the Chainsaw. I mean, if you got a gun against a chainsaw, I feel like the gun's going to win. Firefly more psychotic and capable. I think I agree. Do the Fireflies have Dr. Satan? That changes things. Did they have Dr. Satan in the movie? That was just like a guy that the ride was based on, right? Fireflies are more down for each other than the Sawyers. No one else is really a fighter except Leatherface. Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head here. Each Dragonfly member can hold their own. Yes. Okay. I think we're going to give it to Firefly. I think that's kind of the majority, and I think that the reasoning listed is stronger than the folks saying Sawyer family. And I'm seeing more Firefly in the chat. So we're going to give it to the Firefly family. All right. Okay, our next round. Yeah, Dr. Satan can't leave the friggin' house. Who's left standing in the end? Leatherface and who? Otis? Yes, Dollhouse Dinner makes great points. You're really getting this. Okay. Next round. Now this is a favorite of mine, okay? It's going to be Angela Baker versus Esther the orphan. Now, we have Angela Baker, sleepaway camp. And we have Esther, the Russian orphan from the movie Orphan. All right, what do we think? Two young, crazy gals about town. Esther is okay. First, I'm seeing Esther by AJR YouTube. Now, why do we think Esther? Is it her scrappiness, her craziness? I mean, technically, she is older than Angela. She's able to manipulate more. Angela doesn't say anything or much. Maybe if it was Angela from Sleepaway Camp 2. See, I don't know if biological male always wins because it's not a battle of like a fist fight. It's a battle of them killing in their own kind of style, you know? Angela somehow creeps me out more, but Esther is super capable. Esther is very capable. And I want to point out that Angela seems to only kill people that have wronged her. Angela Baker doesn't have the killing skill Orphan does, per Dr. Steve. It's correct. Yes, correct. Because even a lot of the people that Angela targeted, did they really die? I don't think some of them did. I think they were just maimed. Esther, she kills. And she goes hard. And She'll kill children to sleep with their fathers. Hello, Angela. Oh, ain't okay. Missed the hell out of the normal crew. Been a huge fan since Crowder. As a diehard horror fan, it's awesome to see you grow. Thank you, Ian Withers. I appreciate that. She's just a fucked up kid. Which one are you talking about? They're both just fucked up kids. Esther is a psychopath. Yes. Yes. Esther relies on accidents, but Angela attacks more straightforward. That's a good point, too. That's a good point, too. Angela also she doesn't care to hide her identity from who she's trying to attack, too, you know? I don't think that matters in this case. I'm just thinking out loud. Experience. Yeah. I like Angela more, but I think Esther was a much more efficient killer. Angela's kills were juvenile and sloppy. Love you, though, girl. I agree about her kills being sloppy. I mean, we can't argue. They were pretty sloppy. I mean, the bees, the curling iron, like, her kill, like, what she killed half of the people that she attempted to. Ish. Like, I don't think Judy necessarily died, did she? Maybe she did. I don't remember. Esther was very capable. Lots of skills that came in handy. Angela has a lot more aggression to get out. See, I feel like Esther does. I feel like Esther is way more aggressive than Angela.
Mommy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that little like anything.
Oh, it's plugged in and Dada's side of the bed. Okay, bye. Okay. Esther orchestrates the accidents. Yes. Like, even if she depends on, like, accidents, you know, I don't think that necessarily is, like, a factor in this case. If she doesn't have to, like, in the movie, yes, she relied on accidents because of her cover of, like, being a child, right? But in this one-on-one battle, like, she doesn't necessarily need to do that. Is she probably more sneaky and conniving than Angela? I think so. I think that she would be able to come up with a more like creative way to get to Angela than Angela would coming up with a way to kill Esther. Get to Sleepaway Camp 2 when she's played by Bruce Springsteen's sister. That Angela stands a chance. But an 11 or 12-year-old against an adult, definitely Esther. Angela is more impulsive, while Esther is much more of a tactician. Yes. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. Let me make sure. Okay. I'm just making sure my internet's still. So based on what I've seen in the chat here, it looks like it's going to Esther. I'm fine with that. I agree with that, I think. I think so far we're all kind of in agreement on all of these. Okay. Now this one, I genuinely don't know. Okay. I just don't know. This is going to come down to most of you guys probably. But the next one is the mist versus the fog in a 1-to-1 battle. The mist versus the fog. Which hazy, daisy, smoky dokey guy wins? Mana mana. Mana mana. Now, I just watched The Mist not too long ago, like definitely within the last year. I have not seen The Fog since I was a wee child. I don't remember it. Mist. Okay. Now, the thing about The Mist is that I know there's creatures that come with the mist. With the fog, what comes with the fog? Let me look that up really quick because I probably should have looked that up before this, but the fog. Wikipedia, I guess. Let's take a look here. One story is about a clipper ship that crashed against the rocks nearby, causing all of its crew to drown after mistaking a campfire for a lighthouse while sailing through an unearthly fog. Mackin finishes the story as midnight strikes and paranormal activity begins occurring around the town. This is a lot. Okay. The fog brings with it the Elizabeth Dame, carrying the vengeful ghosts of Blake and his crew who kill the 3 fishermen. So the fog brings a crew of seamen who died, is what I'm gathering. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Yes, and I do mean the 1980 title by John Carpenter. That is correct. The mist would lay its eggs in the fog. That just made me giggle. Mist is like monsters. Monsters versus ghosts. Zombie sailors. Yes, correct. We're laughing, but we're also learning. Yes. I feel like we're coming together as a family. The fog. Big monster creatures beat human-sized pirate zombies. I think you mean the mist. The mist. The zombies in the fog didn't obey normal zombie rules, right? So they can't be killed. They had to do something to the priest or something at the end. Okay, so that, they can't be killed technically because they're ghosts, but like some people later in this list may or may not be undead spirits or ghosts. The mist has all of these crazy, Cthulhu-like creatures, very, what's the word I'm looking for? The mist, because of all the unidentified creatures that can wipe out anything in their path. But can they wipe out the fog? It's which smoky wins against each other? Mist due to sheer size. That is a really great point, Dollhouse Dinner. Monster versus pirates. Are they ghost pirates or pirate ghosts? They're pirate ghosts. As far as I remember, the sailors only attack those who have betrayed them. Yes, but so did Angela. Didn't the military take out the mist? Okay, here we go, AJR YouTube. I think that I know the military definitely came in at the end. Whether or not it was winning totally, I don't know. I haven't read the book. The mist, and it would utter the line, "Missed me," before dealing a death blow to the fog. Lovecraftian horrors. That's the word I was thinking of. But the creatures in the mist are biological. You can kill them. It's a very even match. I think Johnny Recaps came up with this one, and he came up with a doozy. Eldritch horrors. I feel like Lovecraftian eldritch horrors will beat ghost pirates anytime because they're ancient. They're like ancient gods, essentially. Or they're interdimensional creatures, which means they can slip in and out of our dimension. High end, that is a good question. Yes. It seems like in the fucked up ending of The Mist, the military was taking the mist out. Yeah. But the fog moves with John Carpenter's synth beat. But do the zombies have military weapons? No, they don't. They don't. They just have pirate rope and eye patches and parrots. Okay. Let me know if I'm wrong about this, but I'm feeling like the majority is saying the mist. But this has been, I think, like, this is a really, like, really tough one, actually. Silent Hill versus the Mist would be a better fight. Next time, next year we'll do this again and we'll have a whole new bracket. But you can't kill the fog zombies at all. Well, not that we know of yet, but like, could the? I think Dollhouse Dinner made a good point about the sheer size of the mist versus the size of the fog. The mist could probably totally envelop the fog and the zombies with it, and it would just totally get lost in the mist. What do you guys think about that? What do you know? Let's take a bite of pizza while we ponder that. I think the mist. I'm going to go with the mist. If anybody thinks that I'm not being fair in this one or going by chat, then let me know. But it feels like most people have said the mist. So let's give it to the mist. Okay. Mist. Okay. Next. It's a holiday edition. Okay. It's Sam versus Krampus. We have Sam, the spirit of Halloween itself. A little boy pumpkin head. But also, technically, he's just the spirit of Halloween. Versus Krampus. Now, Krampus is known to steal little boys who are bad and mischievous, which Sam is. But, yes?
Here's a drink.
Thank you so much.
Can I have the fishes still like hopefully?
Yeah.
For that time?
Yeah. Love you.
I love you.
Mwah. Okay. So Krampus, steals little naughty boys, puts them in his sack, and that's what he does. Okay. Krampus, due to the sheer size and minions. Yeah, Krampus has the size and magic factor, I think. I mean, Sam does have a magic factor. I feel like, too, He's the spirit of Halloween. Can the spirit of Halloween be killed by Christmas? It happens every year. Sam is fast and can crawl on the ceiling. It's true. Although Sam has ghost minions. Notice they both have little sacks. There's a lot in common here, actually. They kind of go together really nicely. Krampus basically won out in the end of the movie with everyone ending up in a snow globe. Right, but, beyond the movie version of Krampus, too. Just Krampus. Yeah, Krampus is cooler looking, so he'd win. That's not how this works. We're talking about in a 1-to-1 fight between these two. Who takes it? Okay, Mergzilla. I have no comment for that. I think my opinion would be, I keep going back and forth. Didn't Sam survive dismemberment or a gunshot? He did. He just kind of.
Mommy.
Yes.
I'll go with yogurt.
You gotta go talk to Dada about that, okay?
Okay, I will.
Thank you. Sam is more mischievous, but even if Krampus took him and tore him to pieces, Sam would just kind of like regather himself. Regenerate. But I mean, Krampus is only used to fighting like human children. Not fighting, but like abducting and overcoming human children. So like, of course he's gonna, like, he's undefeated, yeah, against human children. Stevie. Yes, it's, yeah, Sam from Trick or Treat. So, does Krampus regenerate? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think anybody's ever threatened Krampus's life. His life force. And yes, he has like other little goons and things, but we're not taking into account the goons. It's just Krampus versus Sam. And I feel like Sam could like bite into his little lollipop and like stab Krampus in the eyes, shove something down his throat, like fill him full of Halloween candy. And Krampus is old. Look at him. He's ancient, old, like got a hunchback. Sam feels more magical. Okay. Gonna give it to Sam. I think he feels more omniscient. Krampus with takes Sam thinking he's a normal kid and Sam would kill that ass. That's what I think too. Yeah. How do we feel about giving this one to Sam? I feel like that's the folk story version also comes with the problematic sidekick, Black Pete. Yes, we're not talking about any sidekicks either. Like I know like Krampus has like a whole little goon squad of little devil toys and things. Sam's powers seem more unlimited than Krampus. I think so too. How do you kill Krampus? I think you can. Why couldn't you? Like, I think we've got more evidence that you can't kill Sam than we have that you can't kill Krampus. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Sam. He's going to take it. And Halloween is more powerful than punishing shitty kids. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Just feels right. Okay. Our next round. Now this one is going to be fun. We have Art the Clown versus Mick Taylor. Now this one was kind of difficult for me to pick like who could go up against Art because he's kind of got like a magical thing too. But then like Mick Taylor. This is Mick Taylor from Wolf Creek. If you guys haven't seen that movie or TV show, he's so fucking brutal. He just never stops. He gets so much joy out of killing. And so does Art. So I felt like it made sense to put them together. So my natural inclination is to go with Art on this one. But I just want to like talk about it for a little bit because Mick Taylor is not somebody that's going to go down easily, I feel like. And he's just as brutal. Both sadistic. Right. It's true. Have you guys seen Wolf Creek? I wasn't sure if that's something like a lot of people have been. I mean, it's kind of an older. I know Terrifier series is newer. Art does seem invincible, but is he? Both can't be killed. But I feel like Mick Taylor just hasn't been killed yet. Like he's always comes out on top because he's always got the upper hand, and that's like home field advantage. He is a human being. I don't know what the fuck Art is. Maybe we're gonna find out in this next movie. He did well, okay, so he birthed himself from that chick's insane mental asylum place, right? And it was just a head or an eyeball or something. Mick is human and spooky, and that's wolf, but Art is clown scary. Can Mick regenerate? Now, I am making my way through the series right now, and I've heard that there's some like supernatural element to Mick. I have not gotten there yet, so I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat who's seen the whole thing can chime in and let us know, like, does Mick have any sort of edge in this, or is it just obviously going to go to Art? Wolf Creek 1 and 2, both pretty solid. Yes, they are. He is such a spooky guy. Mick is also slightly supernatural. But what is, okay, so Dollhouse Dinner, maybe you can help us here. What is the slightly supernatural of him? Like, what is it about him that's slightly supernatural? Art is a demon, but Mick is also kind of a demon. Okay, this is what I was thinking. Okay. Hamilton Burger is going to go with Mick Taylor. Art seems to be more dependent on time and opportunity for his kills, but Mick wouldn't give him any of that. And let's discuss where the fight would take place. Like, let's say it takes place in Australia on Mick Taylor's turf. There's nothing around. No tools or anything for Art to use except for what he has. Let's say it's this saw in his hand. And Mick Taylor has a huge knife. He's always got that huge, that ain't a knife, it's a knife. TV series says he can regenerate. Spoiler, because he's killed twice. Aha. I feel like no matter what, really supernatural beats slightly supernatural. So if Mick Taylor has been killed and can regenerate, Art is a higher demon, it seems to me. Art is definitely a higher demon. Now I wish maybe like, man, I just want to know more from the fourth one that we're going to get, hopefully some more information about Art. It would be a good fight for sure. Hey, Tim, what up? Man, I'm seeing equal Mick and Art in the chat, I think. Why don't you guys just right now, rapid fire, just tell me the name of the person you're voting for. And I'll try to gauge it off of that. Because I honestly don't know. My heart leans more towards Art. But I don't know. It would be a great fight. But could Mick Taylor just keep Art trapped? Does he even need to kill him? Because if you look in Wolf Creek 2, he's got this whole like underground bunker thing where he keeps people chained up for God knows how long. Could he just keep Art trapped in there? All right, I'm seeing that it's Art. Most people are going Art. Who would get tired out faster? Probably Mick. He's a drinker. Art is down to just a head and can possess. Yeah. Okay, we're going Art. This might have been the only person that even like stood a chance against Art, you know? So I had to include him in there because he's so great. Okay. Art it is. Next round is going to be Annie Wilkins versus Pearl. Two crazy bitches swinging tools. An axe, a hammer. All right. Who wins in this crazy bitch showdown? Oh, Merkzilla, you gotta watch Wolf Creek. Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's so brutal. And Mick Taylor just has so much joy while he's doing it. It makes it so fun to watch. All right. My girls. The Exorcist could beat Art. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like what? A Mother's Love or something would beat The Exorcist? Young Priest, Old Priest defeated The Exorcist. Not that. I feel like Art's probably more powerful than The Exorcist. But we've moved on. Annie, okay. Pearl, because she has higher body count. Pearl. I have to go Pearl. Annie was only obsessed with one guy. Pearl annihilated her entire family. Miss Wilkes, all the way. Pearl wouldn't have made it down the driveway. Annie killed people when she was a nurse, too. True. Annie does got size on her. Now, it depends on who gets to who first, because if Annie gets to Pearl while she's sleeping, she hobbles those legs, it's over. I love Misery, and I certainly think Kathy's awesome, but Pearl, even though I don't know that one, if she is anything other than obsessed. But Pearl is even more unhinged, I feel, and easier to set off. Yeah. I think Pearl is easier to set off. Pearl has this desire to please and be beloved. Annie Wilkins just wants that one guy to keep writing those books. Annie can't beat anyone that can walk. I mean, it's such a simple statement, but I mean, you're not wrong. Annie only really killed her sick patients. Pearl takes down healthy people who could actually fight back. She's taken down some grown-ass men. And even in her old age. Let's also not forget, like, Pearl was an ex. And she took down some people in her old-ass age. So I think I have to give it to Pearl on that one. She's been killing all her life. And being 100 years old didn't even stop her. She was still good at it. And could kill young, capable people who can walk. So imagine Pearl has her axe, Annie has her sledgehammer, and they're going head to head. I think it's Pearl. I think an axe is going to beat the hammer. I think Annie killed babies. Right. But babies are very, like, easy to kill. She killed her whole fam in a spicy movie crew. I think it's Pearl. I think it's Pearl, but you guys, just the name you think. We'll see. We'll see. Both of them seem to largely be able to kill based on people not expecting them to do it. Right. But they're only fighting each other. Sorry, Bob Johnson. Pearl, I guess. I think Pearl has much more unhinged psychopathy than Annie does. I think it's Pearl. Yeah. Let's go Pearl. Pearl, but with great injuries. That's a really good point. Dollhouse dinner. Which one's crazier? I think it's Pearl. I think Pearl is crazier. All right. We're going Pearl. Okay. Next round. Also a group versus another group. It's going to be, oops. Oh, where's my mouse? Okay. It's going to be Cenobites versus Deadites from the Evil Dead. Cenobites from Hellraiser versus Deadites from the Evil Dead. Here we go. Here we go. In a head-to-head matchup. It's tough because they both go after humans, right? Like, could Cenobites... We do know that Deadites can be, like, captured and tied up and burned alive, and they can be defeated by humans. Cenobites... I always want to keep on saying, like, Cinnabons, like... Didn't like McDonald's or something have Cenobites? Like little cinnamon roll bites? That's funny. Yeah. Could the Cenobites keep the Deadites strung up in their chains, eternally tortured? Could they do that? I think so. Cenobites, Deadites, Cenobites. They're both defeated by having possession of objects too. The cube or Necronomicon. Yeah. Pretty even, huh? Cenobites inflict pain without ever touching someone. True. Even if you hurt a Cenobite, it just makes them happy. Yes, that's a good one. Cenobites. They can summon chains. Exactly. Cinnabons. Cenobites. Aren't Deadites at their core sort of like spirits that possess people? Yeah. The Cenobites seem to have a broader suit of powers available to them than Deadites. Sweet babies. Who are more zombie-like. Yes. Could Deadites possess Cenobites? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're going to have to give it to the Cenobites on this one. I love what Dollhouse Dinner said about it. Even if you hurt a Cenobite, it just makes them happy. You guys think the Deadites could possess the Cenobites? Do you really think? I just feel like somebody said earlier, like the Cenobites are like lords of hell. Where are they fighting? In Army of Darkness, they have serious numbers. Yeah, but it almost like doesn't matter how many Deadites there are because, I mean, look at these guys. Going off part 2. I'm seeing more Cenobite love. So we're going to give it to the Cenos. Okay. Let's do... We're going to move on now. We're going to go King Paimon versus Black Phillip. We got King Paimon, who is a prince of hell. We got Black Phillip, who is also a prince of hell. I actually watched 9 Hellraiser movies. The Cenobites can basically create a hell and imprison people in it without them knowing. That's fun. I didn't even know there were 9 Hellraiser movies. That's crazy. Black Phillip from lore and like just lore about Black Phillip being like Satan and stuff, and the witch. Oh, Black Phillip, bam, bam, oh, Black Phillip, bam, bam. Okay, so here's the thing. Black Phillip is a goat. Yes. King Paimon has to be in a human male form to exist on Earth. Yeah, but it's Satan in a goat, okay? It's not just Satan. It's Satan in a goat. And King Paimon is a prince of hell, a king of hell, I think. But he is in the form of a man. It has to be a boy. So, you know, human body. They both certainly have powers and the ability to manipulate things around them. So, King Paimon would win because male privilege. But Black Phillip's name is Phillip. He's also a boy. Do they both depend on others to do their bidding? Good question. No. Let's say no. Because even like Black Phillip and the Witch was like causing things to happen, I think. Like the crow pecking out. Like, yes, they both do technically have like humans doing their bidding, but like, let's just leave the humans out of it, I think. In their physical form, what we technically have is a man versus a goat, but they're both sentient hell beings. If Black Phillip is Satan, wouldn't the other guy answer to him? Would he? I don't know how hell works. Paimon's a king too. Are we assuming that goat Satan can't use all his powers? I think he can. If Satan is powerful, I think he can. It just looks a little different. But really, what does Satan's powers look like? Making humans miserable. But he has the advantage of horns in his physical form. I don't know. Just remember the lady grinding up a baby in the beginning. Yeah, like I said, babies are evil. I think there are a decent number of coup attempts in hell. Right. Paimon just wants to be worshipped. Yes. Okay. Yes. I like where this is going. Yes. I'm thinking right now it's Black Phillip. Black Phillip was able to pull all the fat out of Thomason's cheeks for the rest of her life. For right now, it's seeming like it's Black Phillip. Unless anybody has any Paimon points they want to make now that are really good, it's going to go to Black Phillip. Bam, bam. Phillip. Oh, my sweet goat. My sweet goat boy. Okay. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 brackets left, and then the winners are going to face off, and we'll go pretty fast from there. Next, we have 40 Days of Night vampires versus Sinners vampires. The Paimon guy is in Hereditary, but he's also just a king of hell in lore and devil stuff. Okay, 40 Days of Night vampires, very scary. Sinners vampires, very scary, but they have like an interesting quality that they can like suck people in, and they have kind of a hive mind thing going on, where the 40 Days of Night vampires don't. Now, we're not talking about these guys versus humans. We're talking about these guys versus each other. "30 Days hands down." Now, why do we say that? 40 days of night vampires easily. But do they have to wait for 40 days of night? And do they have to be in Alaska? Or, okay, let's just say, like, okay, they can only come out during night. Like, it doesn't need to be in Alaska. Honestly, like, the battleground it doesn't really matter. But the fight's gonna have to be at night. Is it 30 days of night or 40? 30 days, right? I think I said 40. I don't know. 30 days of night. Sinners are wussy musical vampires. Hey, that's not true. They're not wusses. And they're very musically talented. And it's because they absorbed that. That's something important to remember, too, that they have a lot of skills because of what they've absorbed. 40 days. Okay. "30 days are hardcore fish." I gotta look up. I think it's... I might be getting confused with 40 days, 40 nights. 40 days. It's 30 days. 30 days. Sorry, guys. 30 days of night. Okay, I mean, we could have had that argument for Sam versus Krampus. I assume conditions are such that both fighters can use their full arsenal of powers. Yes, they can. 30 days will attack while they're singing. Okay, yeah. I feel like the 30 days of night vampires are way more like vicious, like more tear you to shreds kind of vampires than like the Sinners vampires who just want you to like be part of them. Now imagine if the Sinners vampires were able to do that to the 40 days of night vampires and get them to like come into their little singing thing and they absorbed all of their stuff. You know? 30 days is the OG. 30 days are more vicious. Sinners vampires are more social. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I do think that 30 days are more vicious. I mean, look at them. Sinners want to be showy. Yeah, they are very showy. But maybe that's just to people, to like lure them in and get them to like, they're just being like sexy to humans, you know? "30 days are rabid. Sinners more pack oriented." I agree. I think we got to give it to 30 days. I think we got to give it to 30 days vamps. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Moving through them. Ghostface versus the Fisherman from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Ghostface versus I Know What You Did Last Summer, Fisherman. And I know like different people have been different versions of these two killers, but like we're just gonna go in general. We're gonna work on in general on this one. Sinners vampires are the way of vampires. Yeah, the original one is too good. Both of these killers have been different people throughout the runs of their movies. But they both have a very distinct style and killing style. You know what I mean? So like we're taking out like two killers versus one killer or whatever. Just like killing style and the way that they go about doing it. I'm seeing a lot of fishermen on here. More fishermen than I expected to see. Ghostface, just the solo Ghostface. Fisherman. The Fisherman seems to be at least somewhat supernatural in that he has survived seemingly fatal blows, while Ghostface has always just been one or more people. Ghostface would be tripping all over the damn place. The 2 high school kids versus a mean-ass fisherman. I go with Ben from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Ghostface finds a way to get in your house. He hides in your house and gets your ass. The fisherman, he'll kill you in public too. So Ghostface. Ghostface can be knocked over by a sneeze. Fisherman wins all day. I'm seeing a lot more fishermen than I'm seeing Ghostface. All right, let's go fisherman. All right. Oh, Maggie. Oh, Maggot Playground. I honestly think Ghostface is the stealthier of the 2 and could sneak up on the fisherman. Ghostface uses tech better than the fisherman. Yeah, maybe he does, but would that matter in a fight against the fisherman if they're just trying to kill each other? Who would be able to kill everyone in town before the other? Yeah, but Ghostface never seems to get any clean kills, always missing a couple of times. Fisherman had some clinical kills. I think I agree with you guys. I thought maybe I'd go with Ghostface on this one, but you guys have kind of convinced me. Because Ghostface do be, like, clumsy. Yeah. Okay. All right. We will go fisherman. Okay, 2 more rounds, and then who's this? I don't know what that was. Okay. Next up, we have John Kramer, Jigsaw versus the Collector. Look at those teeth. He's got some nice little teeth. He's got some nice little teethers. So John Kramer, also known as Jigsaw from the Saw series, versus the Collector from the Collector series. Which Ghostface is the least clumsy? Maybe 4? Emma Roberts? I've never seen Collector. I thought maybe that was some guy from Hostel. No, he's the Collector. Jigsaw because he has nothing left to lose. But does that make him easier to kill? Collector would definitely be stronger. Jigsaw would probably try to sneak up on, ambush the Collector, like drug him or something, and then set him up in one of the traps. But Collector is also very, like, sneaky and agile and, like... In a one-on-one death match, the Collector. If there's time to prepare, almost certainly Jigsaw. Okay. Jigsaw is cancer weak, so Collector wins. But do you think that John Kramer would have the ability to sneak up on and abduct the Collector? Because if he has the ability to do that, then he'll probably win. How much cancer does John have? Max amount? Maximum cancer. I don't know who the Collector is, but I feel like he wins because Jigsaw would try to teach him some stupid lesson. Yeah, but maybe he would. But, like, I don't think the Collector would get out of one of his traps. You know? I just don't think he would. I guess, yeah, the main question I'm thinking is, could he sneak up on and debilitate him in some way? And I don't think he could. I think the Collector's too, he's like a spider. The Collector does traps, but not on the 5D chess level. Jigsaw does. Yes, but Jigsaw's used to, like, abducting regular people who have no idea that they're even in danger. I feel like the Collector would be too aware of his surroundings. You know? What do you guys think? Okay, ditto with Hamilton Burger. Cancer does have a higher death count than both. All right, we have. Okay, it's looking like collector based on the comments I'm seeing. Okay. The last, but certainly not least, and I think you guys will see the way that these two, well, the commonalities that they share. We have Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs versus Norman Bates from Psycho. Classic Bill versus Bates. Battle of the lovely, like, dress-wearing gentlemen. Crazies. It is, my vape is trying to escape. It's like, please stop using me. I'm about to quit again. Okay, we have a Bates. AP 518 says Bates. You think Bates could take down Buffalo Bill? I feel like Buffalo Bill would kind of like destroy Norman Bates. Bill would make Bates put the lotion in the basket. Is lotion involved? Bill checks into the hotel. Bates does his thing. I want to say Bill, but I kind of think Bates. If Bill could, like, do his, like, MO on Norman Bates, get him in the hole. I don't know. Maybe you guys are making me think Norman now. Bill is bigger. Yeah, he's probably more overpowering than Norman Bates. I think he's genuinely scarier to me than Norman Bates is. Buffalo Bill went out and hunted his victim, while Bates seems to mostly kill people who happen to stay at his motel. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I feel like Bill isn't as psycho as Bates. You don't think so? Norman? Bill does have better dance moves. You think Bates? Okay, Allison thinks Bates is more focused than Bill. I think Anthony Perkins is bigger than Bill. Bill also has night vision goggles. Yes, it's important. It could be important. Bill can talk better, that's for sure. This ain't a dance-off. Bates only does his killing when he thinks he is his mother. I personally think it goes to Buffalo Bill. Yeah, I think so. If you guys can just pop the name you think into the chat, just Bates or Bill, and I'll go off of that because this is our last bracket system. So the next we're going to move forward, and the winners are going to face off, and we'll move through those pretty quickly. Bates knife versus Bill gun. Give it to Bill. Okay, we got 3 Bills here. Buffalo Bill 4. Bates. We got 1 Bates. Okay. Which one do you think is hotter? Which one would you fuck more? It's Norman Bates. Come on, look at him. He's cute. Man, this one seems so even, you guys. Let me count. Okay. Bill. Okay, it's going to Bill. It's going to Buffalo Bill. Yeah. Norman Bates is better looking. Yes, I agree. Okay. So from here on out, I obviously don't have pictures prepared for this because I didn't know who was going to win. But we are going to battle. Okay. The Leprechaun versus the Firefly family. Who wins in that instance? Thank you for saying I matched them up well. I tried really hard to match them up pretty good. Now the winners that are going to face off, some of these are just going to be like no contest. So that's why I think it'll move a little faster. But we have Leprechaun versus Firefly family. Now, could the Firefly family like team up and beat the shit out of the Leprechaun, chop his head off, dismember him? Or could the Leprechaun use his magic to overcome the Firefly family? Leprechaun. We gotta vote on Leprechaun. Thank you, Allison. I really appreciate you guys. I still think Leprechaun. Okay, we got Hamilton with probably the Firefly family, though. I think Leprechaun would take a lot of them out. Okay. Leprechaun. All right. Firefly might take out a few of them. Firefly wouldn't be able to resist a wish or two. Yeah, and then he'd fuck them up through that. How he does, with his little tricks. Maybe he's outnumbered. He does have the advantage of magic, against the Firefly family. I do think somebody makes a good point that one or two of them might be, maybe easier to trick with, a wish. The Leprechaun mostly seems to win when it's one-on-one. I don't know how he'd do against a swarm. Yeah, and Leprechaun can be killed, right? They could just all come at him and just, fuck him up, stab the shit out of him. I don't know. Leprechaun would probably just marry into the family. Poor Sherry Moon. We have a Leprechaun. I'm seeing 4 Leprechaun. I'm seeing 2 Firefly fam. 3. So right now it seems like it's going to go to Leprechaun. If anybody has strong opinions, now's the time to state them for the record. Or he will advance. A mythical being of pure magic, powered by gold versus human thieves. Yeah, but they're not just human thieves though. And there's a lot of them. And the Leprechaun can be killed, I think. It's seeming like most of you guys are going Leprechaun. And I will honor that. Although I think in this instance, it would probably be Firefly. Okay. It's looking like Leprechaun. Leprechaun. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Okay. This next one is going to be a bloodbath. It's Esther versus the Mist. I don't even think we really need to discuss this one, do we? It's got to be the Mist. She's no fucking chance in hell. She's just a 30-year-old woman who's small and angry and horny. There's no way she could possibly kill the Mist. I'm already writing it. There's no possible way. No, the Mist can't adopt her, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to move forward because that one's... But they are, and he can't be killed without melting his gold, which they won't do. How do we know they won't do it? Okay, what if she brought a leaf blower? Johnny's still here. Yay! What up? Love you, dude. Mad Marchness. I mean, it's got to be the Mist. Okay. The next mashup is Sam versus Art. Sam, the Spirit of Halloween, versus Art the Clown. In my opinion, I think Art's going to take it. Is there any way Sam could? He regenerates just like Art. You know, that's one thing. They are two regenerative motherfuckers. Sam versus Art. Sam. This cat Matt thinks Sam. Why do you think Sam? I think he's faster than Art. I've never seen Art crawl on the walls, I guess. But he has like portals to the fucking hell and stuff. And they both regenerate. Art definitely has more creativity with his kills, but I mean, Spirit of Halloween versus a demon. And you think Spirit for the win? See, I think demon for the win. Sam has power over anyone that doesn't follow Halloween tradition, but like I feel like Art does follow Halloween tradition, like a lot. I think Sam beats Art. Art seems to need to use human tools to kill, while Sam has seemingly whatever power he wants. That's a good point. But he doesn't like I've only really seen him use his... Yeah, Art follows Halloween rules for sure. Like he does trick-or-treating, he does all the shit. He's a good boy about Halloween. Art seems to need to use human tools to kill, while Sam has seemingly whatever powers he wants. I don't know if it necessarily he has whatever powers he wants. Like I've seen him like stab people with his lollipop, and what else did he do? He's just more like mischievous, whereas Art is like demented. Sam presumably turned that lady into a jack-o'-lantern on her own lawn. That's true. That's true. Oh, no. You guys have to choose. I'm getting lost in the weeds on this one because that's a pretty even match for me. So just shout out the name that you think would win, and I will go by that. I'm just realizing that some of these are going to be, like, I needed to do one more, I think, but it's going to be an uneven number. So somebody's just going to have to kind of go to the end. Sam. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Sams. I didn't think Art would get out this early, truth be told. And definitely not by Sam, but I mean, it makes sense. I guess. I think I would go Art, but if you guys think Sam, I'll go Sam. Like I said, this was you guys were gonna be crowning the victor in this situation. Okay. Unless there's a bunch of people that are holding back on saying Art. Triple threat match. Sam. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Sam. All right, our next one is Pearl versus the Cenobites. Pearl versus the Cenobites. Cenobites. I think so too. I think that's an easy one. Cinnamon bites. Do we assume she played with the Lament configuration? I don't know. I don't think Pearl would like the torture. I don't think she would. I don't think she could handle it. She's emotionally like very, emotions are very high. And she's already in a lot of like emotional torment and stuff. I don't think that she takes it very good. So I don't think she'd stand up to their torture. All right. I'm seeing more Cenobites. She solves the puzzle. You guys think she would? I don't think liking the torture means you win. I think it means they changed the torture. But she's married. Yeah, Cenobite. Okay. Next up, we have Black Phillip versus the 30 Days of Night Vampires. Thank you, Josh Foley, for the super chat. Pinhead for me. That's what we went with. Yeah. Black Phillip versus 30 Days of Night's Vampires. Now, remember, Black Phillip is Satan in a goat. So yes, he is Satan. But like, does Satan really have like that much like power on Earth? Really, like, I might totally piss some people off by saying that, but like, I feel like the 30 Days of Night's Vampires one, there's more of them. That they could just come and just like tear him to shreds and eat his ass for lunch. Yeah, they would demolish a goat. But if he's Satan, I don't see how he wins. Well, I mean, Satan will still exist, just not in the form of Black Phillip. Like, it's not 30 Days of Night Vampires versus Satan. It's 30 Days of Night Vampires versus Black Phillip. Black Phillip wouldn't gut them all. There's no way. He's only got 2 horns. All those vampires have a ton of teeth. A ton. I mean, the angel that beats Satan is named Michael, which means the angel like God. But did he defeat Satan? No, Satan's still around. 30 Days of Night. Satan would get sent back down to hell, sort of like with Jason. I think so too. I think we gotta give it to the vamps on this one. 30 days. 30 days. Next, we have the Fisherman versus the Collector. I don't know if they would, if they get off on drinking goat blood, but if it was a battle, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they'd care. I think they'd just rip him limb from limb. What if he timed it so he caught all the vampires while they were chopping wood? You'd have to. That's his strong suit. Heaven versus hell is like boxing. They both got sent to neutral corners. I like that, Hamilton Burger. That's, yeah. There's some comedian who has a joke that's like, as far as I know, like God and Satan are in a fight, and like God's really been like talking shit about Satan, and we've never heard Satan's side of things. Like God wrote a whole book about how much Satan sucks, and it's like Satan's just kind of like being quiet about it. I don't remember who the comedian was, but I just think that's funny. Fisherman, not familiar with the collector. Fisherman, just turn on a bright light. Okay, I'm seeing some fishermen. Anybody in the chat like thinking collector beats fisherman? If not, then we'll just give it to fisherman. Fisherman versus collector. Fisherman has the size edge, and I don't know what the collector will be able to set all his leopard traps. It's true. Realistically, so long as leprechauns and arms lengths of clovers. Oh, we had to move past the leprechaun. Okay. I'm seeing more fishermen than collector. With proper prep time, the collector's got him. See, I think so too. Like if the collector set up like a trap on the fisherman's boat or something, I think he could get him. Like the fisherman, we forget, like he's just a man. Good evening, Pastor Angela. Sorry I'm late for the sermon. By the way, honeymoon from 2014 sucked. Wait, but weren't you grossed out? I love that. You know what scene I'm talking about. You know. Crispy Cruiser, you're a hard, tough cookie to crack. He beat Jigsaw in a trap off already. True. Yeah. I think we gotta give it to the fisherman. It's seeming like there's more vocal people in the chat about the fisherman. And then, okay, so this is where I messed up. I should have done another, like, verses. I guess I did an uneven number. I really thought I did the right amount. Maybe I accidentally left one out. But so now we have just Buffalo Bill, and he didn't have anybody to fight. So I'll just kind of go on the fly here. Buffalo Bill versus... Who should Buffalo Bill versus? Oh, thank you, Nredsa. I can never remember how to say your freaking name. I'm so sorry. I know you're here a lot. Thank you for the super chat. I'm related, but I can only be on here for a short time. Please, please, please watch Resolution and the Endless. Yes, I saw your comment and I put them on my list. I definitely will. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I got you. Freddy versus Jason real quick. We'll just do a Freddy versus Jason one real quick, which we saw in the movie. Technically, I guess neither one, but who won in Freddy? Who do you think? Freddy versus Jason? I think Freddy. Well, I watched Bring Her Back about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it's so good. And it's my favorite horror movie in the last decade. It's so good. So good. Freddy versus Jason. We could say Freddy, right? I mean, like, Jason beat Freddy, but then Freddy's winking at the end like he's not gone. Oh, Buffalo Bill versus Hannibal Lecter. Perfect. Let's do that one. Buffalo Bill versus Hannibal Lecter. Who wins in that? We are doing fantasy fights, but I already have a bracket system. Like we've already gone through a bunch and now the winners are fighting each other. Hannibal, right? Hannibal Lecter. So in Buffalo Bill versus Hannibal Lecter wins. Okay. That's still not right. I don't know how this went wrong, but we're going to keep going. Thank you, Josh Foley, for the super chat. I agree. It's Hannibal. Okay. Now we've got Leprechaun versus the Mist. Leprechaun versus the Mist. The Mist, yeah. I think the Mist beats Leprechaun. I think the Leprechaun, I mean, he could kind of hold his own for a second, but gosh, guys, the Mist is so huge and all those fucking crazy monsters in there. Yeah. Okay. The Mist. Next we have Sam versus the Cenobites. That's a weird fight. Sam, the spirit of Halloween from Trick or Treat, versus the Cenobites. Sam versus Cenobites. I'm almost thinking I feel like Cenobites. Like Sam can stab and do all that stuff and he can turn you into a jack-o'-lantern, but like the Cenobites don't care about that. And they can do way worse than that. Because Sam isn't evil per se. I don't actually think that. Oh no. My necklace. Okay, it's fine. I thought it broke. I don't think that the Cenobites are necessarily evil either. Is that weird to say? I don't view them as evil. Like, they just like sensations. They're like kind of profound in a way. I don't know. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of Cenobites. So Cenobites win against Sam. Okay, 30 Days of Night Vampires versus the Fisherman from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Lawful evil. You guys are right. Lawful evil. It just seems like the bad guy, like bad people always end up getting the worst of it from the Cenobites. And I just feel like, is it so evil then? I don't know. I actually have the first Hellbound Heart over here that I need to start. I'll start that soon. 30 Days of Night vampires, duh, versus the Fisherman. Yeah, it's obviously the vampires. Okay. And then we had Hannibal Lecter that came in from the last round. So we've got 2 face-offs left, and then the final face-off. I think Pinhead was a colonel or something that just like massacred people. I didn't know that. Is that true? That's cool. I'm about to read the book. Okay, so we have The Mist versus Cenobites. What do we do with that? The Mist versus Cenobites. I mean, Cenobites can't really do anything to the Mist. Did you guys like the new Hellraiser movie? Because I really did. The new one where Pinhead was a girl actress. Mist. I don't. Cenobites because they're from hell. Cenobites versus all the creatures from the Mist. And the Mist itself. Okay. This one's kind of a mind fucky one. The Mist versus Cenobites. The Mist versus Cenobites. The Mist has all these fucking creatures. I feel like they could just swallow Pinhead and the Cenobites whole, chew them up and swallow them. But that won't really like kill them, would it? But the Cenobites on the same token can't do anything torturous to the Mist. Cenobites would chain them up and flay them. Creatures would fold under the pain. Do you think they can do all of the creatures in the Mist and the Mist itself? But the Mist just regenerates creatures, doesn't it? Okay, let's just go ahead and vote. Let's take a vote. Mist people say Mist. Cenobite people say Cenobites. Yeah, I think they do both have like an unlimited amount of like soldiers. So it just comes down to like straight power. Who has what has more power? In hand-to-hand combat, if the Cenobites were fighting the Mist, who would come out the victor? I feel like it would be Cenobites because the Mist, like you guys were saying earlier, wasn't like the military combating the Mist pretty well by the end of the movie? Okay, I'm seeing a lot more Cenobites. So we're going to give it to Cenobites. And now we've got 30 Days of Night vampires versus Hannibal Lecter. I'm so sad to see Hannibal Lecter go, but I think we all know that that's the reality. So that means that our final battle comes down to the Cenobites versus the 30 Day of Nights vampires. This is not what I thought the final battle would be for sure. But that makes it fun. The cinnamon buns have unlimited chains from Lowe's. All the Lowe's in all the worlds. You guys think vampires? You guys think the vampires could beat the Cenobites? The Cenobites can just chain them up and torture them with not giving them blood. Right? Like, the vampires were once humans. Like, vampires can be defeated. There's just so many of them. That's kind of been what's kept them up, being successful up until this point. You guys are talking about vampires versus Hannibal Lecter. I was like, well, okay. I had already circled vampires because it was such a obvious thing. Yeah, Cenobites versus the vampires. I feel like it's got to be Cenobites. We exchanged Freddy for Hannibal Lecter. That's what happened to Freddy. Cenobites can shoot CDs at them. Cenobites win. Cenobites win. Well, we crowned the Cenobites as the kings that they are. We didn't have the Thing or Alien on this one. We had originally we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 brackets. I could have sworn I had 14. 13 brackets. And so there was 13 times 2. It started out with a bunch of horror villains. Obviously, I can't list them all. There's so many. I try to list ones that you don't really see on bracket systems like this. But yeah, Cenobites. Woo! Hope you had a great week, Angela. Love the show. Thank you, Hamilton Burger. I hope you enjoy your mug. And thank you so much for just all the kind words and the support that you've given me in my time of need a few weeks ago. And you honestly you brighten my spirit so much. And I'm sorry it took so long for it to get sent out, but you should be getting it any day now. And I'm very happy for you to have it. No zombies of any kind. Yeah, because zombies are kind of easy to beat, especially in the list that we had here. What an epic Friday night battle. I've got mist all over me. Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate all of your help, dude, and everything. You watching August Underground with me. I so much enjoyed watching so many people get tortured while we had such a lovely conversation. When we do this again next March, we can help come up with the matchups. Yes, I would love that. And we'll prepare more for next March. I kind of just like the thought to do this popped up on last week's watch along. I kind of think, I don't even remember what we were all talking about, but we just kind of started talking about who would win fights. And it was like, we should do this. So we'll definitely prepare more. I think we should do it before next March, to be honest with you, because it's just fun. Maybe twice a year. I don't know. Oh, I remember the showdown that I wanted to do was Aunt Gladys versus somebody else. And I can't remember who it was. I know I had Aunt Gladys on there because I wanted to include modern villains as well. I don't know how she got left out. That's so sad. Do another battle, then champ versus champs. Yes. Yeah, the more we keep doing this, the more we can have the winners face off, and that's so fun. Did I miss a stream when these brackets were made? There are so many others I would have wanted to add. Just to be the honor of choosing Elise Rayner versus Bagul. That's a good one too. I did put up a post on YouTube asking for suggestions, and I did take some of y'all's suggestions from there. And some of them were just ones that, like, I wanted to see. I asked some of my friends, like, who would be a good even matchup, because I wanted them to be even. And yeah, so we can do it. Let's do it again in October. Halloween sweeps matchups. That's when we'll do it. We'll do it around Halloween. The idea was hatched at the stream last week, so Angela put it together over the past week. Yes, that's what happened. Last week during the live watch along, we just kind of started chatting about this kind of stuff, and it was like, no, like, let's do this. And so I put up that post and took some suggestions and just kind of threw this together on the fly. And I love, this was super fun. I'm so happy we did this. Was it just me, or was the live stream chat from the Friday the 13th location kind of a creeper magnet? Yeah. What was up with that? I had people on my Friday the 13th live that I've never seen their names before, and they were very complimentary. I'll leave it at that. But so you were a Twitch streamer now, or is that in the future? Yes, I have done a couple of Twitch streams. I took a little pause on it while I kind of got my life together. I had a little alcohol relapse like 2 weeks ago, actually 2 weeks to the day. So kind of took a little backseat on that. I was just kind of trying to get my shit back together, be a good mom, do other things. But I'm gonna start doing that again, and I'd love like game suggestions because I just don't even know what to play. I started playing Amnesia, and I'm like a decent way I'm out through that, but I'm not like loving it. And so if people have horror game suggestions, I might just open it up to like all sorts of games, because there's a bunch that I really want to play, but that aren't necessarily scary. But maybe I'll open it up. But thanks, Dirty Dawn. I didn't. It wasn't my normal like Friday night chill chums crew. But you know, whatever. I saw a post recently about it and didn't know she had done it before. Angela, stay strong. I quit kratom this week after 5 years of use, had a seizure, and was just released a few days ago. 7 days clean now. I'm so proud of you, Crispy Cruiser. I know that is a real son of a bitch to quit too. And I know a lot of my fellow alcoholics and stuff like started using that because they thought it was like a good alternative and it was helping them and stuff, but it's a very slippery slope. And I'm so happy to hear that you're out of the hospital and that you're doing good. 7 days is a hell of a lot. That's the hardest, the first 7 days, you know. So proud of you. Have you played Control? No, I haven't. Let me write that down, actually. Control. I do have a TikTok now, and I'm going to try to post to it more. It's Angela Does Horror. I'm going to try to post just like horror movie updates. Like, this is what's going to be coming out this week, or this is a good one on this streaming thing. Just kind of like suggestions, little TikTok things and stuff. Oops. Oh, no. Okay. Control is a great game. Okay. I will look into that. Yeah, I'm hoping to start that up again on Tuesday. I do have one little thing that I have in the works right now. I don't know if you guys remember Austin Robertson from Normal World. He did Crispin. He was the guy who was Crispin. And we co-hosted an episode together of Normal World before when Dave and Garrett were out. And we've started just kind of chatting on Discord and stuff. And we were like, you know what? We're having so many like good conversations. Maybe we'll just turn it into a podcast. And so I think we're going to try to like put up a podcast next week. He and I, it's just called Trippin' with Austin and Angela. I don't have the YouTube made yet, so don't go there yet. But I'll be posting more stuff about that soon. We're just getting everything kind of set up and making sure all the technical side of things works before we post anything. But we're just going to post like an hour-long little podcast thing there, and we'll post clips and stuff like that. And it's just kind of a chill thing. If people want to watch it, that's cool. But we just like to chat and have fun, and we have some funny conversations. So check him out. He's so funny and cool. He's such a just decent human being. So sweet. Crispin could host the next mashup, actually. I'll ask him to do that. I'm sure he'd be psyched too. A podcast would be Great. And Dave and I are in the summer. I know I've like kind of like teased at something with Dave. Dave and I are trying to get something going for the summer. That would be like a private little thing, not on Blaze or anything. I'm not part of Dave's Blaze thing. They did ask me if I just didn't want to go back to working there again. But so Dave and I are kind of working on our own little side project together that would also be very podcasty. But more announcing on that when I get to it. Also, Garrett might show up on my channel or tripping with Austin and Angela. I actually just was at his house last weekend doing a game night with his family. My daughter and his kids play together so good. And me and my husband and him and his wife, we just had a game night and it was super fun. We played I don't remember. It's like a game where you have to kick open the door and like it's very role play and you have to like collect the treasure and there's cards. Maybe you guys know what I mean. I can't remember what it's called, but it was really fun. And we all got very competitive. And guess who won? Me, bitches. Yeah, the deal with the Normal World channel name change is because, you know, I actually probably shouldn't get myself in trouble by saying anything. They just wanted to repurpose the channel for the new show. That's why. Thank you, Hamilton Burger. I really appreciate that. Way past time for you to guest star in Friday Night Tights. Well, you know, I would do it. I'm sure Garrett and I will start twitching games and stuff together at some point soon, too. I'm still very close with both of them. Love those guys. So you'll see us all around together, I'm sure. But yeah, this was super fun, you guys. I'm so glad we did this. It ended up taking about the same time as watching a movie would take, which, hey, that worked out. But yeah, we'll definitely do this again in Halloween, and I'll, when it gets closer to time, make you guys way more involved in choosing who fights who in the brackets, because that's just fun and we'll have more time. Yes. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna hop off. I don't really know what else to talk about. Have you guys seen any of the stuff for Adam Scott's new movie that's supposed to be coming out? It's called Hokum. I keep seeing things online about this movie Hokum with Adam Scott starring in it, and it looks so creepy. It's set in Ireland. And I don't know anything about it, but I've just seen the images about it. If you guys haven't seen it, Hokum. Thank you, Mr. Dirty Don, for the super chat. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. And thank you for being a defender of me on the last week's Friday the 13th live. You're sweet. Yeah, thanks for keeping me entertained for an hour. The first week is not enough. My skin is crawling and I'm anxious. Yes. I'm sorry, dude. I get it. I fucking get it. It gets easier every day. You know, the further you get away from that date, the easier it gets, and there's no way around it. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Gotta go through it. As my daughter has told me. Thanks for another fun Friday night. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I mean, the first week is not easy. Yes, I know what you meant, buddy. I'm right there with you. I'm only 2 weeks out myself. So thanks, Hamilton Burger. You're sweet. I love this community, you guys. You guys are so awesome. On that note, I am going to go to bed. So good night. That was supposed to end it. Now my mouse